Yo, everyday superpower signing in where we talk body language, relationships, dating, psychology, biology, and everything in between. 2 links down in the description of the video. One will take you to the catalogue of body language where you'll learn how to understand people purely by observing their non-verbal communication to you at that present moment in time. You'll be able to read me like a book, alright? So when I'm lying to you, you'll be able to know, alright? That's the game. Click that. Second link, Patreon, is going to take you through to my Patreon, as to where I'm going to show you how to read correctly attraction and repulsion cues in real life dating scenarios. You'll take that into the real world. You'll become Casanova. Boom. Now, let's get talking. I'm going to talk dating apps. This is my game. I love dating apps. I mean, I do a little bit of, a little bit of community work, so to speak. I'm more than happy to speak to women in public and go through that means the more organic, traditional approach. But in the meantime, I'm not too bad at dating apps. I know how to communicate well, and I'm going to give you a little bit of game on that, alright? If you're a little bit off with it, okay? First and foremost, you need an half-decent profile with some half-decent photos that showcase the right qualities. I'm not going to go into the depths of that. I think it's all a little bit superficial. I think you need to be honest and show your honest self and have some good photos, not like little selfies and all that where you're just walking around by yourself taking photos of yourself. You do need some half decent photos which represent you as a person, because what is organic and what is natural and what is honest is what most people aren't doing because they're too busy pretending to be the next person or pretending to be too cool for school. You're not that person, but that's you can go to another video and find somebody else who can talk to you about the ins and outs of that. I'm probably going to disagree with half of the things they say, but that's not what we're talking about today. So you've set your profile up. You don't do too bad. Now, where we get a match on Tinder, bada bing, bada bum, very good. We reach out to a girl on Hinge or Badoo or... Well, I don't really talk too much on Bumble, because I think Bumble is actually detrimental. I think it's a flawed business plan. I've actually seen that they're removing the feature, or they're in talks of removing the feature of the woman making the approach on Bumble, and I can completely see why. It's a flawed business plan. Women don't lead. Women are the followers. You need to reach out to the women. The women aren't going to go out of the way to do you. If anything, the women are only going to reach out to Chad about 20,000 different times. I'm not Chad. What point is there me being on Bumble? Because they're not going to hear none of this game, because they need to interact with me purely through physical or sort of financial display and attribute on that thing. I ain't got that. Let's be real. I mean, I'm smart. I'm not disfigured or anything like that, but that's not my format. I can't do that. I need the game. I need to communicate. I need to stimulate that imagination, and this is what we're talking about right here. So you make your match, you do this and that, boom. You start speaking, you engage, you send that first message. Of course you send that first message because you are the leader. Yeah, generally speaking, you will be sending the first message. How do you stand out in regards to the leagues of men that are doing the same thing? Boom. It's not sexual talk. It's not sexual talk. She will turn the discussion sexual. That's her prerogative, all right? We're flipping the game upside on its head. We're subversive as hell over here, people. We play the game, yeah? We're back to front, we're backwards, and we do so efficiently. It stimulates her imagination because we're so different, right? And we are, because we have a different perspective. And do you know why we're flipping it upside down? Purely because we're seeing the world through her eyes. We're getting under her skin. We are speaking and marketing to the woman through the woman. The woman's needs, the woman's perspective. We are not speaking to her as the man with our wants and our primitive lusts and, aggressive behaviours. We're not doing that. I mean, we do showcase masculine capability and, soul and spirit through how we act, but through our communications, we're very forward thinking and know how to speak to these women well. I got enough videos on this channel for you to learn and pick up the pieces as far as that's concerned. I can't go speaking about this on this video. So we get talking, boom. Now what I'm telling you is that you need to, within one day, I'm going to give you a deadline of 1 day, 2 days at the most, if she's consistently speaking to you, yeah? When I say consistent, I mean you've gone back and forth and spent a minimum of 6, let's say 6 back and forths. You send her a message, she responds, that's 1. Do that 6 times over, then you can say, drop me a message, I don't like speaking on dating apps. Boom. Now you give her your phone number or you give her your social media handle, which should be just as prepared as your, dating app. And I say that purely because how important is it in this day and age to put forward a great character, a great presence, because you are being perceived from the superficial, the external. That's not to say be fake, but that's to say have actual something to talk about, have an actual story, have an actual character that you can portray on these profiles. I mean, it doesn't have to be much, but it has to be something. You take them there, boom, now look at what you've done. You've sold them. Yeah? You've taken them from A to B. You've given command. You've given instruction. You've engaged, created engagement, created response. You've created communication as to which they have invested to an extent where they have responded to you multiple times because they are invested. And then once you get them to take your direction and meet you elsewhere, that is the online equivalent from taking them from the workplace to the bar, from taking them to the bus stop, to the museum. You've taken them from A to B through your own initiative. You have shown leadership capabilities. And this might seem so ridiculous, but this is the hard truth of it. And I know because this is my game in and out, right? So I used to send them through to the phone number. I used to text them, blah, 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 blah. And then I established an half-decent profile online. I just send them through there now because then they can all see each other. And they can all see each other engaging on my things and this and that. That creates competition anxiety. That's an incredible showcase of my safety, first and foremost, because women are comfortable about me. And my value, because women are interested and pursue me actively in order for them to be actively present upon my profile, right? They want to be seen with me, so to speak, such as they will want to be seen with me in public. They want to be seen with me in the online space. Yes? You see how this parallel exists, right? So I say that to say this, you take them elsewhere. Now, generally speaking, what happens is that they will send you the first message from there on. Definitely if you've given your mobile phone number. So if you want to really run a tight game and play this to a T, it might actually be optimal to give them your phone number before your social media. And then you can lead them again to your social media after you've done the text game for a minute. Because at some point they're probably going to ask if they're meeting you in person to see your social media profile, right? If you've not divulged that information at this point in time. And then they ask you and you say, yeah, follow me here. You give them direct instruction, and then we've doubled up that tasking. Not only have they followed you one place, they follow you two places, right? You are a leader, they are a follower. You are the masculine, they are the feminine. You are the dominant, they are the submissive. You see how these things all balance. It's the perfect division of yin and yang. It is the perfect harmonic balance that this world is based on, that those people up there try to confuse us about, but our biological hardwiring still exists within this space, okay? So you take them elsewhere, now you continue talking, and then the rest is up to you. That was some food for thought. I'm going to leave that video there. That was game. Click like and subscribe. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.